Hey guys, welcome back. Let's listen to this RedPill success story.
You only think it happens to others. But it happens to all of us. In 2006, I met a Chinese woman. She was irresistible. From the start I knew that she had a strong personality. But boy, was I far from imagining the hell I would go through. Not only did she emotionally manipulate me, but she was abusive. She was a complete definition of a narcissist, which wasn't that visible as a student, but became apparent once she started working. She was the perfect one, I was the retard. I taught her everything. I'm from a wealthy and educated family. I taught her about fashion, arts, literature, popular culture, music. And I was the retard. After 6 months we bought a dog. Cutest thing ever. She said she always wanted a dog, and soon enough the dog became the center of attention, the glue keeping us together. She then slowly started to get to me, criticizing every single thing I was doing. Never ever complimenting me when I was achieving something. When she lost her job, I had to support her. When I lost mine, she started nagging. She was also criticizing my friends. She took credit for everything remotely interesting I was doing, talking about it like it was her idea. To this day, her new apartment looks like I decorated it. It has everything I like, from a Batman car to Space Invader stickers to vinyl records of Blur. Like a vampire, she sucked everything she could, and now she's living the life I wanted, while I'm living in a student's bedroom without a kitchen and a washing machine. She completely stopped being the peasant family-born Chinese girl, and became this high-class fashionable manager with exquisite taste and refined appearance, that everybody praises as being perfect. I am from a noble French family. My great-grandfather actually owned a castle, and she made me look like the nerd with bad manners. But none of that matters anymore. Let's jump to the breakup. After realizing that she had sucked out of me everything she possibly could, Miss Perfect started to feel unsatisfied. I wasn't as assertive and mature as the really cool married guys that were courting her at her job. Some were bankers, others lived on their rent, but all of them were charming, educated and refined, while I was a piece of shit. Well, I wasn't perfect, you know. Who wants a guy like me? A 195-pound, blue eyes MBA working as a manager in one of the most popular French designer brands, and with noble blood. These days, I'm pretty much what every Chinese woman hate. So one day she came back late, very late. I was worried sick. Then she started lying to me and went out the next day. At that point I looked in her phone and knew she was seeing someone else. A photographer. It still makes me laugh, not because of his job but because she imagined that artistic sense and blah blah. I also found that she was flirting with literally every guy she knew. 4 days later she said she wanted to be honest with me and break up. At that moment, I knew it was an opportunity for me and that I should do it. I found a new apartment, we had sex crying, and she promised me not to have sex with another guy until our papers are signed. The next day, I came back home and she was in bed with a guy. I broke in the bedroom, kicking the door open. She was in bed naked with a guy. The look on her face was priceless. Suddenly she wasn't perfect anymore. As I said, I'm 195 and I basically look like the captain of the football team. I had a beard and a long black coat and was wearing a beanie. I honestly still feel for the poor guy. I screamed at her like never before in my life. No insults, I only made her feel like shit. I didn't say anything to the guy, as I honestly believe that he had nothing to do with it. For all I know, she just used him. I asked him to leave and gave him 5 minutes. Literally the week after that, I realized that there were dozens of girls that were interested in me. My CV is pretty much the prototype of Mr. Right. I started to date and fuck a new girl, then another one, but never told her. Just to get back in the game, forget about her, meet new people. In the meantime, the guy dumped her and she suddenly realized that no one gives a fuck about 32-year-old hot girls as good looking and perfect as they are. So she started to crawl back to me. She needed me. She made a terrible mistake. Can you help me fix the sink? At the very same moment, I met a 24-year-old girl who was literally a Nemo. She was a 9. I mean really. Nice face, big smile, thin, clear skin, nice ass, flat belly, beautiful legs, and she wanted sex 24/7. She worshipped me. She wanted to try everything, to do it in every possible location. She said she wanted to fuck my brains out, so I never could think about my ex again. I actually discovered that the more I was getting, the hornier I was and the more other women were attracted to me. It even changed the way I smelled. I think I was emitting pheromones or something. Women round me started to get horny. It was crazy. I was having sex 2 to 5 times a day. Sometimes she sucked my dick to wake me up at night, and she had asked me to rape her like an object, if I woke up with a boner. Yeah, she was another kind of psycho, but boy was I satisfied. It's like your wildest dreams coming true. I didn't say anything to my ex, but it was pretty clear to me that I would not get back to this hell when I had a literally endless pool of 25-year-olds drowning over me. One day she asked me to help her with the washing machine I bought. Since I didn't have one, I asked if I could use it. She told me she's not there to clean my dirty laundry. I answered, then I'll wash somewhere else. And that's when she went mad. She learned from her friend that I was banging a 25-year-old hotter than she ever was, and started saying I was a psycho, and a pedophile. I then reminded her that she was still banging a 25-year-old photographer only a few months back. Then she said I should give her all her money back so that she never has to see me again. To which I reply that since she was making more than me, and that marriage means sharing, she was responsible for my debts. The next morning I received a call. My dog was dead.
You get it right. A man at his 30s is at his peak sexual market value, while a woman at 30 has already declined. So, stay cool and date chicks in their 20s, when you are in your 30s. Until then, work on yourselves. Be careful, be safe out there. What better way to save a brother than sharing your story? Send your stories to redpill.story@gmail.com. Contribute at patreon.com/redpillstory. Contribute directly through PayPal at redpill.story@gmail.com. If you like to hear more of these experiences, comment, rate and subscribe. Don't forget to bang the bell. You can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/storyredpill. Find me on Facebook at facebook.com/storyredpill. To avoid attacks from social justice warriors, follow me on gab.ai at gab.ai/storyredpill. Cheers. See you tomorrow.